All right, well, let's pick this back up again. Thanks to you're here. So I streamed some of this last week. I've been playing this game offline quite a bit. Grillo has also been playing it offline, I know. I think we've been enjoying it a lot. It was on sale for $10 before. It is not, no, I don't know if it's still on sale or not. I don't know if that's ended or not. But this is a fun little indie game. It was made by like 5 people. And if you didn't see the game last week, basically we get a deck of cards. It's a tower defense game, and we basically get to like build our base over time. A Burninator said he bought the game too. Cool. Um, it's like a combination tower defense and roguelike game. So we get, we play these cards and we build our base out of them. I'll show the default deck again this time. But instead of last time I played on the medium difficulty, which is count. We'll dial this up to king. Now the game keeps going with an infinite number of difficulties, but king is actually the top difficulty. And you also get to set up these perks ahead of time. So I have a couple different things. I have my base can level up extra times. I start with 6 free rerolls. I know Grillo likes to do the 9 rerolls, but I prefer doing this one. Start with an extra farm card in your hand. Paladins start with extra units. All nothing cards start with extra attack speed. What else do we have? Archers have extra range. I think the extra attack speed's a little better. Castle builders have Oh, should I do the castle builders have extra attack area? No, I think I'm good with this. Okay. So the game is officially a tower defense game, but what we've been saying in our Discord chat, like over the last week, is it's really an exponential math simulator. And I'm going to try to explain kind of what I mean by that as we go through the game. So anyway, we're going to go here. I think that this deck is this is the default deck. It's a very strong deck though. All right, we've got okay. I actually like this. We've got stone, and we've also got nature. Those are there's some good synergies. Let's just put it that way. All right, so we're going to start with the castle here. All right, we have a soldier card. That's good. I'll play around that. I want to put a blacksmith right here, which is something that stacks. Wish I hadn't gotten the steel coat. That's not so good. But we'll put the soldier down, and we're gonna put the farms down. All right, and I'll try to show a little bit about the stats. Again, I know some of you watched me when I played this last week, but I do want to talk through it for anyone who might be watching this for the first time. So tower defense, we have these rounds. We have a build phase and then a defense phase. Starts off very simple. There we go. All right, we got the blacksmith. That's what I wanted. This is the card I was looking for. I was going to consider re-rolling for it if I didn't get it. Okay, so all our stuff has stats. The castle does 11 damage per shot, fires about every half second, 10% crit chance. The soldiers here, they have 25 health. They deal 3 damage. You can see hits per second, blah, blah, blah. Now, these numbers can change. They change on your build phase, right? So I put down 2 farms. Farm is every year add +1 unit to one adjacent troop. So right now we're going to get 2 additional soldiers per round. So we're going to be stacking up more units here every round. We also have this blacksmith. Every year adds 2% attack damage to adjacent troops and constructions. So we'll put that here, and now we're going to start stacking up extra damage. The way the game works is the percentage math is applied to whatever the number states. It does not apply to like a base damage number or anything like that. It just applies to whatever the number is. So anyone who's worked with exponential math can kind of see how this goes over time. What are these units start with 3 damage, so they'll get another 2% every round. If we can increase that, then it can just kind of stack infinitely. Oh, we also have this, the quarry. I love this one too. Extra damage to all towers and base every year. So I'll definitely put that down. I'm just going to stuff this in the back corner. So we're currently getting 4% more damage on the castle every round. And we're going to stack that up. Basically, you want enough. And now our castle's doing 12 damage instead of 11 damage. And of course, you can also upgrade these X amount of times as well. Basically, you want enough front line. Oh, I still got to kill these guys. They're not quite dead yet. The soldiers are out there to kind of serve as blocking dummies, while the castle can kill them. Of course, these units also deal damage as well, but it's like you want a mixture of enough front lines so you don't die, while you also get to keep stacking over and over and over again. I do not know if they patched the bug where your attack doubled while saving. I didn't know that there was a bug with that. Wildcard's a fun card because you can it levels up whatever plot you want. It doesn't put anything new on the board. Oh, okay. So here we go. We get a chance to choose a Royal Decree. Some of these are good. Like, this is really good to take later in the game, but it doesn't really do that much early on in the game. This would double the stats of one group. We don't have frozen, stunned, or poison units, so we're going to reroll here. I really would like to get... There's one that gives you a copy of every single one of your king's cards. I'm trying to find that. This is attack speed of your towers. This is actually not considered a tower, so that's not that great. And none of these are that great. Here it is, supplies. Get a copy of each of your king's cards. We have said on this, I guess it's technically geometric, not exponential, but like it definitely goes in a big curve upwards. We've been saying online we think this one is broken, especially as the first one you get, because your limitation is you can play what, like one card every round, but this gives you 9 of them. So like now we have 9 of these cards. Yeah, and you can play cards until you have 2 left in your hand. That's when it stops. So let's start going on. I want to get my paladins going here. And we're also going to get the blacksmith upgraded. The scout tower I don't really care about, but maybe I'll put one down. I don't know. I generally don't use the scout tower, but you know what? We've got 2 of them, right? Don't we have 2 scout towers? Got castle, castle, castle. Do I have 2 of them? Well, let's play some of our other cards. We'll play the farm. Now we have a fully maxed out farm. One thing about the farm is it will add health to one of... It'll randomly pick one of these 2. So it's often good to put farms down next to one unit you really care about. We could also jump down the archers as well. Let's upgrade the soldiers. And you can see the 3 little dots at the bottom. You can upgrade most things 2 times. They have the initial tier 1, then tier 2, then tier 3. And they get a lot of extra stats when you upgrade them. So it's helpful to try to upgrade them early because that'll help you with stacking them over time. Now we have 2 wild cards here. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have put down a second blacksmith. Dang it, I should have put another blacksmith down here and then wildcard upgraded the one I had. Whoops. I should have done that. Oh well. I'll put the archer down. We'll start stacking up the archers. Get them damage. The archers attack very fast, but they have very low base damage. And I'm actually going to use my wildcards on the paladins, because the sooner I get them to tier 3... note that this increases their base stats by a lot. Now they have 91 health, deal 18 damage... And they also increase their health when they get damage bonuses. So as the blacksmith levels them up, they're going to get extra damage and extra health at the same time. So yeah, we get a lot of stuff off of that, basically. Supplies is really overpowered. Yeah, and like the steel coat is fine, but it's not what we want. Let's go ahead and we'll stack up the castle. And sure, these guys are going to be probably tanking. I guess we'll put it on these guys. Okay, we got more soldiers there. The soldiers, again, are not bad either. But I probably should have put another blacksmith down. Alright, so now we've got King of Nature. Nature has some fun abilities as well. I'm actually going to try to play the Nature deck after this one. But, like, you can see, just getting that supply drop just, like, accelerated us to a crazy degree. Like, by getting to play all those cards, we just accelerate to, like, a crazy extent. Okay. I'm down to just take the castle here. Keep upgrading the castle. Again, the sooner I upgrade it, the more the percentage math kicks in. I'd like to put another blacksmith down there. So I might roll to try to get another blacksmith card. I still got some more rerolls saved up. But it's that first, like the early game is what matters, right? This is a snowball game. It's that first Royal Decree, if you can get something really strong there. Alright, or another farm. You know what? I'm down for another farm. We'll just stack these paladins up. If you have a troop card on the target plot, double its number of units. Well, that's not going to happen. I don't tend to do a lot with the boon because it's usually in some spot that's not that relevant. Alright, so now we're double stacking the paladins. We're stacking more units, and we're also stacking additional damage. So we're stacking them a couple different ways here. Hey, girl. Yep. I agree. It's not even worthwhile to play the scout towers at this point. We just want to get more cards that are really useful. To keep stacking the paladins. I'll take the quarry, though. And, like, it's better to play through, like, one super unit than, like, try to get a whole bunch of little units. It's better to just have, like, one unit that gets absurd stats. The boons always seem to be on the wrong spots for me, too. Anyway, I'm just punching the archers in the back line. So these are the nature archers. And like all the units you're seeing me fighting, those are the units that you can get from other decks and whatnot. So like when I fight the King of Nothing, I'm fighting my own units. What do we have here? Okay. So like this is not bad. Question is, let's see, we're going to get a kingdom expansion. Actually, no, the expansion's pretty far off. I was considering trying to roll for a, what is it, not a farm, a forest card, which increases the health. I'd actually like to put that right here. But that's not worthwhile because it's pretty far away. We can just take the procreate, and that's fine. Time to wage war against another king. All right, King of Progress has some pretty handy cards, I think. I'd be intent to take that. King of Greed has some useful econ stuff, but I don't think that that fits with what I'm going for here. I could try to get the thing that lets you attack fast. No, I think it's King of Progress as cards I want more. Link Mario Samus asked, how's the rest of the family doing? They're doing quite well. They really are. So we can add 9 more units. The thing about the Forest card that adds 9 more units, like, it's not bad. It gives you an instant surge of power, but, like, the farms are way better. Because, like, I get 3 more units every round from this farm. Like, that's just way better. This game absolutely has econ. Just because it's a tower defense game doesn't mean it doesn't have econ. Like, your soldiers out there need to be strong enough that you don't die, but the real power in the game are the stacking econ things. So we need to upgrade this blacksmith. Again, because we only have the tier 2 blacksmith. Alright, so I don't really want any of these cards, so I'll just re-roll for something better. I'm happy to take the castle. Just keep upgrading this. Because again, we increase the damage by 25% every time we upgrade it. And then we're getting another 4% every round from the quarry and another 4% from the blacksmith. So together we're getting another 8% damage every round on that. So the sooner I upgrade it, the more that multiplicative math kicks in. Sadly, all the archers died this round. Because this unit that has a little gun from the King of Progress fires at whoever has the lowest health. And that's my archers. The archers are just kind of there. Not really that great. I don't really want these cards. The overhaul, actually the overhaul is pretty, we can take overhaul. This is pretty handy. We can use it to upgrade stuff. I want this. This will unlock more plots for me to build on. And I want this because it'll add 10 HP. There's some good options there. So let's do this. I want to build, I'll continue building around, let's see. Let's actually do this. So this puts the farm cards back in my hand. I'm actually going to put the farms here because I want to stack this paladin. I will put this here, though. And now I can... The paladin's fully leveled up, isn't it? Yeah. But I could put this scout tower down, and let's do this. We'll put the scout tower here. We'll overhaul this to level up some other plots. What do we get? I think we got the farm leveled up, and then what else leveled up? The soldiers or the archer? Maybe it was the archers. But that was still some pretty good stuff. So now we're guaranteed to add 3 more paladins every turn. And I'd like to get a farm card to stack their HP as well. Again, why am I stacking the paladins so hard? It's like, they do a decent amount of damage, but the real thing they do is just stand there and tank, so that the tower can just keep hitting them. Keep firing again and again. Sure, I'll take the castle card. And like this will add 10% to their health, but I'm gonna stack the castle first. So now we're up to 44 of these guys with 100 health, so not bad. You see the ballistas on the King of Stone will always deal like a certain amount of damage to your front line, but then dies after that. I'd love to get another quarry here from this guy. Give me more tiles to just keep stacking the castle's damage. There we go, quarry. Now, of course, I could fully upgrade this quarry, but I think I'd rather have, and I'm going to expand here because I'd like to stack the paladins further. So I could get this quarry up to level tier 3 here, but I'm actually going to put it over here because remember, my deck has wild cards in it, and that can be used to upgrade anything. I'd rather have 2 quarries. Gives me more opportunities to upgrade. But like the castle's doing most of the damage. This can get up to level 13. It's level 6 right now. Because I took the perk that lets it get upgraded up to 10 more times. Those poor archers. The poor archers are just getting annihilated back there. As I said, I'm going to try to do the nature deck. And the nature deck often plays through its archers. Those poor guys. By the way, these defenders are really good too. But I have the paladins, so I don't need them. They're great tanks. There's a number of decks that need tanks quite badly. This deck is not one of them. Now we're just going to keep working on upgrading that castle. Again, the higher the base... We're already up to 96 base damage. Or not base damage, but 96 damage. Remember, we started at 11 damage per shot. Now we're up to 96 per shot. Oh, wait, what? We can one-shot these guys? Okay. So again, it's all about the math. You got to get that stacking math going. We are adding, let's see, how much are we adding onto this each round? Maybe we can get a forest card here. I'm gonna roll. I don't want any of these. I'm gonna roll for a forest card. There we go, forest. Every year adds 2% HP. Okay. Ooh, I love this one. Your support buildings apply their effects one more time. This one's really strong if you have stacked up support buildings. Done. So we'll put the forest here. 4 more paladins. Okay. Alright, I have to sit here and think about all the stuff we're stacking up. Alright, so let's see. We're adding 4 paladins every round, because that's a tier 3 farm and it gets +1. Oh wow, that shot went critical there. This might win without any further cards. I know, right? It's pretty nutty. I think I want the overhaul again, honestly, out of these. Like, whenever I have something I don't care about. Oh, alternately, I could reinforce. Actually, let's do reinforce. Let's keep stacking these paladins whenever anything levels up. All right, well, let's think this through. So this gives me 4 units each turn. We're up to 60 paladins. Remember, we started with 9. Now we have 60. This gives another 3, but sometimes it goes to the soldiers, which we don't care about as much. This gives 6% attack damage. This gives 4% HP. This gives another 4% damage to the castle. And then this gives another 6%. So let's see, we get 10% from here. We're getting 16% damage every round on the castle. I mean, you can see how that's going to scale up really, really fast. But anyway, we'll get this. Remember, as they get damage, they also get health. So now they're stacking up off of that as well. We're going to have like 150 of these guys by the end of the game. And they're all going to have insane stats. So, like, again, it's about stacking up, like, one super unit more than, like, dispersing power across a bunch of units. By the way, I'm pretty sure I can win these rounds without the castle even firing. Let's do that next round and see. Alright, we could use... Do we want more tiles to build on? I'll take that just so I have another round to build on stuff. Yeah, Baby Boom fails. I want to make sure I have enough tiles to build on. So I don't want anyone else to. Don't want anyone else to stand next to the farm. I want it to keep stacking the paladin, so I'll put that quarry back on the same tile. So now we've got plenty of extra tiles to build on. Let's see if the army can handle this on their own. If it looks like we're in trouble, then I'll stop. I would like to get another. I need to get another blacksmith here. Looks like we're winning pretty easily. The paladins are... We lost 10 units so far. The paladins are kind of carrying this fight. They just have so much health. Yeah, look. This is how much damage they do, by the way. I should have said that earlier. And it can be deceptive just looking at the damage numbers because, like, the paladins are doing an awful lot of... even if they don't do that much damage, they tank so well. I think we've almost gotten through their front line. And then as soon as we get through their front line, we'll go kill the squishy archers. I'm not going to do this every round because it's tedious, but I think we could win without actually firing the castle, which again does 155 damage per shot. Come on, guys, you almost got there. Their archers are doing way more damage, but my paladins are really tanky. Again, I think we're just about through the front line. Alright, there we go. Now we're through the front line. The archers firing at each other on both sides. You know, these soldiers are actually getting to be pretty strong, too. They've been stacking up damage the whole game as well. They're like a secondary priority, but still. Alright. Okay, we're clearly gonna win, so boom. Speed that up. Alright, yeah, they did 20,000 damage that round. Cool. Ooh, another farm? Sure, why not? And you know where we're going to place this? Remember, we have the thing that gives us an extra support every time. We're going to just dump another farm right here. We'll get some more units over here. Our army's growing. And Burnator said when you're playing the blood deck, it's sometimes better not to use your tower, and that's absolutely right because you actually want to have a lot of your units die. You want more of your units die to stack the demons. It's true. I haven't played with that deck enough, but I know that that's definitely the way you want to go. All right, cool. We'll clone the card of a plot. I mean, we get double value from each one of these, so. I already have 220 damage. I would love to see the, oh yeah. Crits do double damage, by the way. When you see the text pop up with the big orange number, that's the crits going off. I do need to keep stacking up the, okay, there's not really a lot of places I need to go. Yeah, I don't really know where I would want to, there's not really any place I compellingly need to go right now. I'm kind of hoping that I can get the Rainbow Army to show up soon and get me the shrine that upgrades buildings. But when the Rainbow Army shows up is random. Yep. Yep. Oop. There's one guy left. I'd like to... works for me. I was gonna get another forest, but we'll just... Again. Still have a lot of upgrades to go on the castle. Alright, we can upgrade it 4 more times. Now we're up to 400 damage per round. The sooner we get it to level 10, the more we're stacking up that math. How many... I'm trying to think how many... How much we're actually stacking this per round. Okay, well... That was fast. What is it? Was it 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2? That's 10. Oh wait, there's one more. So we're doing 20%. I think we're doing 20% damage per round. Oh, add that up. We don't need any of these. We don't need more. Increase the damaging range of area. I could probably get something better than this, but this is fine. Damaging range of area attacks by 30%. All I know is the castle's getting stacked up by a lot. How much health do the paladins are up to 300 health? I have 100 of them on that stat. So you can see how the game's just a game about exploiting math. Oh, there's one more down here. Boop. This is the highest difficulty again, by the way. But like, if you can unlock everything, it gets kind of silly. Yeah, the castle damage just starts outscaling the... We're up to 1,000 damage per shot right now. Like, the enemy units do scale up over time, but... Yeah. Not even really using the paladins right there. Alright. I don't want to roll too much. None of these are any good. I guess we'll take this. I don't really need this, but... we don't really need nature out of these. I don't really need this either. Let's take the 10% health. Yeah, we're getting a lot of extra units. Now they're up to 415 health. Castle's up to 1,300 damage. Yep, it do be like that sometimes. Just starts to get silly. Yep. I could have taken the log card and upgraded one of these quarries, I suppose. But I'm just trying to get the castle up to level 10 as quickly as possible now. Because that's when the damage will... Like, every time the sooner I get it to level 10, the higher the base stats will be for that to keep scaling. Oh my god. Also, the AoE radius gets bigger as it levels up. This is a fun one, but I'm not set up for it, unfortunately. Sure. I can take that. I have stuff I don't really care about. These archers I don't care about. Sorry, archers, but I don't. I'll buy the castle card. The beacon is fun if you get it early in the game, but I don't have it. And I'll save the rest of my money. Yeah, I feel bad for the archers, but I don't need them. We leveled up some of the quarries, so... yeah, yeah. We're at 3,400 damage now. These are no good. Oh, castle again. Oh, we finally get the Rainbow Army. Nice. Well, the castle's now fully upgraded. I mean, in terms of it's level 13. All right, now it's 5,000 damage. Do you think we can get this up close to 100,000 damage by the end? Probably not, but it's not out of the question. All right, I'm looking for the shrine here. It's not here. This is fun too, though. Doubles the size, damage, and HP of the target troop. Yeah. Oh, the shrine's not here. Dang it. I guess I'll take this one. I didn't get what I wanted, unfortunately. I was looking for the shrine that automatically levels up your buildings. All right, diagonal to. That'd be this. If I did this one, I'm trying to think. I'd really like to level up the blacksmith and the quarries. Expansion mode. I don't really need more tiles, for better or for worse. Let's see, if I drop that here, it would level up this, and that's it. That doesn't seem great. If I went here, it wouldn't do anything here. The diagonal one is always weird. Okay, we'd level up actually, it's here. We got 2 quarries leveled up. So that was nice, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. Maybe I'll get to show off the shrine. Alright, we're to 7,000 damage per round now. I don't really have much money to reroll here. Wallmaker, sure, why not? The king is really ripped and is just throwing boulders. 10,000 damage per round. We're not going to hit 100k, but I think we'll get close to 50k. The paladins are up to... Oh, blacksmith, finally. Oh, I should have expanded onto that tile, because I could have used the blacksmith. Oh, well. Increases damaging range of area attacks. Yeah, that's... Oh, you know what I could... I can earthworks... Oh, no, that wouldn't give me access to this tile. Ah, oh, well. That would give me these 2 tiles. Oh, well. That's a lot of damage bonuses. We now have 145 paladins with 838 health. Look at the area of this. Oh, man. Is there anything I could destroy to level up? I mean, I don't really need the farm anymore, right? It's only a tier... I don't really need the farm at this point. Or the forest, excuse me. We leveled up the wall. Apparently we leveled up the wall twice. Not quite what I was looking for, but it's fine. It looks cool. And I wish I had... Why didn't I expand onto that tile? I could have put the blacksmith down. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll still put the blacksmith down. Yeah, I don't really need any of these. I will just re-roll it once. I just still don't need any of these. I won't have enough money to... Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. Just put the blacksmith down. I don't really need any of these anymore. I could overhaul the walls, that's true. We're up to 30,000 damage per shot now. Yep. Yeah, these are not useful. Okay, sure, whatever. I'm at the point where this stuff doesn't really do anything. I got you into this cutter axis. The quarry's pretty crazy. I mean, I have a lot of quarries. We're now at 43,000 damage. Yeah, we're actually, I take it back. I think we will get close to 100k by the end of this. Because it's just the way that math works. Oh, never mind. Well, we only have one more round. If I had put the blacksmith, another blacksmith back here, it might have been enough. Oh, well. Oh, maybe I could have... Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have earthworked the quarry and then put the quarry... Hold on. I realized I could do this. I actually get more stacks by doing this. I could have done that. Oh, well. Yep. I could have picked this up, and yeah, I could have also picked up this quarry and put the blacksmith there. Yep, Grillo's right. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We hit 63,000 damage. Wait, did we one-shot the King of Progress? I think I one-shotted the King of Progress there. Oh my goodness. Now you can keep going, but like you can see, it's kind of silly. We got up to 63k damage by the end of that there. The Paladins there were 167 of them. They had 1,390 health and 131 damage. They would have been super strong. They just, like, I didn't really need them, obviously. King of Progress looking on as a meteor approaches his face. Yeah, but, like, this is fun. So the other one I wanted to show is I did Greed last time. Of course, I did King of Nothing last time as well. I wanted to show Nature. I don't think this is one of the strongest decks, but it's not bad by any means. We'll show it on. So a little bit different in terms of the perks here. I have the same thing. Your base can level up to 12 times. So we've got that. The extra decree. Towers start with extra damage. Wait, do I want this? Does this... I don't know if that's great. I'd rather have the forest. I'd rather have the forest cards. I think I just unlocked that perk, actually. Extra cards in your hand is very strong. Extra cards in your hand is strong. All right, we get the 3 free rerolls. And we want the Royal Decree. We're going to try to reroll again on the Royal Decree and save our rerolls until then. Base gets extra stats. Elves have extra damage. Nature troops all start with extra units. Very useful. Start with a mycelium and a random outer plot. The stuff that helps you get off to a good start is like the most important stuff. So this deck's a little bit different. Your base, instead of tossing a big boulder, puts a field on the ground that heals allies and damages enemies. Your best card is probably this one, Clone. Elves are your damaging unit. Boars are a support unit. It's kind of awkward for them. I don't really like these units. You see, for each 1 HP, it increases rider stats by 1%. But it's a little bit awkward because you like have to stack them, but you also want to stack the unit like as a unit as well. It's a little bit weird. Who's my favorite king? The default one, King of Nothing. Poison, if you stack it up, can be really good. The problem is the elves have really low attack speed, so they actually do not synergize with Poison Vile Will at all. But Forest is great, adds extra health to adjacent plots. This deck goes really well with the Quarries again, although almost all the decks go well with the Quarries. But we might not get King of Stone this time, so we'll just have to see. The Elves also go really well with the Beacon, which increases attack speed from King of Greed. But we're just going to have to see if we hit that or not. I have no idea what the year means. Okay, oh, we do have the Quarries again. Okay, we have Nomads. All right. We don't have the attack. We do not have Greed, so we don't have the attack speed. But maybe we can get that later on. The Elves deal a lot of damage, and they have a lot of health, but they attack really slowly. All right, so we have the Mycelium back there. Okay. Now, we can stack the Boars give extra stats to each to adjacent units based on their health. So it's good to put them near forests overall. I'm gonna try to put the forest. Oh, I shouldn't have put this in the middle of the field because now it can't benefit from. It can't benefit from the forest. Well, that's okay. Because this thing doesn't have health, so I can't put the forest dead in the center. I have not played around with the camps all that much yet. I don't have not played around much with the camps in Migration. I just need to, at some point, it's just one of the decks I haven't sat down and played with. So I don't have a good sense for it yet. Anyway. So let's see. If I put the forest here, I can put the forest here, put the boars here, and then they'd be able to stack up with someone else, I guess. I'll try that, because then the boars will be in position to, like, join with someone else. Let's get them stacking. Probably going to try to put the elves here, and then maybe we can put a... So here's what this one does. It puts down a field that deals damage over time. Now, the boars are support units. They're okay, but they don't have like a ton of health or not. All right, let's get the mycelium stacking. So this is an interesting one. Summons a spore every 9 seconds. Spores accumulate every battle. So if we can get that to tier 3, we can start stacking this. I have King of Stone as an opponent, so I can try to get some quarries. I actually probably should not use my ability, because the longer the fight lasts, the more these spores the mycelium puts down. So I probably should not be using my ability if I don't need it. Your warlords... Okay, gotcha. Okay, I really want a quarry quite badly. The cauldron's interesting, but I don't think that that's right. I don't need tower. I already have towers. Oh, I hate using my rerolls here, but I did get the quarry. Hate using my rerolls that early, but it is what it is. I do want to start stacking these. I do not get the 9 free rerolls or 6 free rerolls or whatever with these guys like I did with the other one. But it's better to use your rerolls early, because like getting off to a good start is really important. Alright. This mycelium should carry us through the early game right now. Especially because we're stacking it too. Alright. Now, I'm not going to reroll this. This is interesting. The swords can be pretty good, but I think I want the shields and put them on. Alright, well here we go. This is not bad, but I think I can do better than this. I'll take this, because I'm already... as much as I like Overwork, I'll take this. You can choose 3 decrees. This one means that I don't get any benefit right now, but I'll get a big benefit later on. You can stack the Truant AoE. Yes, yes you can. Or the Treant, yes, yes you can. I didn't know that either when I first started it, but yeah. Alright, so let's upgrade this. Because we can stack it. We're going to start stacking the damage on this. The damage starts very low, but... obviously, as it gets better. We're stacking the boars. Now, we need a unit to pair with the boars. That certainly could be the... archers. The elven archers are pretty good. I'll certainly put them down here if I can get them. Because they don't really need more health. By the way, if it looks like we're gonna die, we got these plants to shoot. Even if we would lose all our units, these guys would have to walk all the way to my base, and that's not gonna... that's not gonna happen. I'm down for the forest. Keep stacking this. So these guys, again, they would apply whatever 1% of HP, they increase rider stats. Now, there are no riders right now. And King of Stone doesn't even have any units. Let's not get too happy here. I still do not have that much damage yet. So I'm hoping I can get another quarry here. King of Stone's quarry is just like so useful for so many things. We'll take it. Alright, a blessing in 9 years. Card of the target plots will level up in the year of the prophecy. Okay, so since this will level up in the... So let's see, we're going to get free level ups on all of these. Let's put the quarry back here. We'll get a free upgrade for it. I'm not hurting for tiles that badly. And we can, if we can get like archers, we'll put them on this tile or something. But I've been investing in stacking stuff, so like my actual board has not gotten much stronger recently. I really need to upgrade these boars to tier 2, or get a unit for them to ride, because they're support units. Like, they're not actually supposed to be like your main damage dealer, yeah, as you can see. So like, I could see that I was starting to... I think the spores have this. But you can see it's getting closer. I need to upgrade my board strength. This is not quite what I want, but I'll take this again. I might need to use the procreate on them if I can't find something soon. Because I need more. I just need more frontline units. I think I have to use the procreate on them. You can see how not getting those 9 cards earlier on in the game just like makes it significantly harder. Alright, the ballistas, they're on their way. Are you guaranteed to start with the unit? I don't know. That's a good question. But like you can see, they're very slow in getting up there. Oh, wow, another quarry. I was kind of hoping to find greed here. That's not quite what I got. I'll take King of Spells. I could use some... I could use, like, the mages or whatever they bring. I was hoping for greed there, or... I think I need more units here. I don't want to go losing too much health here in the early game. I didn't really want to play that card there, but I'd rather save it for a better unit, but the boars are what I've got, so that's what I'm going to spend them on right now. Like, doubles how many units I have here. Anyway, here I'm hoping to get elves or something. But, like, I could maybe put elves here, and there is a tanky mage. I think it's the warlock. I could put that, like, here to stack up the health. At least this thing, like, this thing is, like, carrying me through the early game. The mycelium. And then we'll get more upgrades for our tree. We need to get more upgrades for our tree, too, because we're stacking the damage. I do need to get the... Man, no. Tree ant's more important. Gotta upgrade this. So I'm definitely playing through the boar and the tree ant, and then whatever I have the boars ultimately ride. Nomads are pretty strong, though. Anyway, what's our damage up to? We still only do, like, 4 damage per tick right now. But we are going to get 3 Royal Decrees at the next Royal Decree, which is right here, or Royal Council. We're going to get 3 of them, so that's... should help us out a lot. We're just basically just trying to survive until we get there. And these slow rounds are good because we're stacking up more of the mycelium every round. Camp, I don't really know how to use the camp yet. Grillo says this is super strong, but I have not played with it yet. Oh, cool. Also, we get some good stuff here. Okay, okay. Good stuff here. I'll take the wild card. Wild card and clone are pretty similar. Level up target plot, clone that target plot. Sure. Let's take both of them. They're both very good. And I should see more of all of these cards, because I should see more earthworks and more swords and shields, because I'm that's gonna level up automatically in another couple turns. On this round, that'll level up automatically. Let's get the... Let me get the boars. Alright, now our front line should be pretty secured. Yeah, so they'll give 75% stats to whatever rides them. As I said, I need to get a unit that they can ride. I'm kind of hoping for my elves, but I haven't seen the elves. Kind of hoping just to get my elves. I haven't seen them pop up. They will sooner or later, though. Alright, let's make sure you're healing. So again, these guys just need to be strong enough to frontline so we don't die, like while all the AoE stuff is going off. And it looks like we... Oh, never mind. I thought we were at that point, and then they all died. It's because the ballistas got off a round of fire. The ballistas fire very slowly, but they do a lot of damage. Alright, we need to keep upgrading the tree. We'll save that wild card. Alright, this is the spell army. King of Spells, from what I've seen, seems to be one of the weaker armies. Like, in terms of opposition. It's definitely one of the weaker armies when you play as them, too. I know Grillo said that was one of the weaker ones. Ballistas and elves interchangeable? Yeah. The elves are similar. They fire very slowly. Again, the boars are intended to be support troops, not tanks. But we're hanging in there. Keep upgrading the castle. Alrighty. Let's see. So I'd like to put elves there and like a frontline unit here. So I guess this tile here if we'd want to stack. At some point I will be able to get the elves though, right? At some point I'm going to have to get them. Now one other thing about upgrading the treant is it increases the AoE range that this functions on too. So like I think we're hitting... And it does stack, by the way. The field you put on the ground does stack. It's just odd I have not been able to get at the elves yet. So, like, the healing stacks in addition to the damage, so... I don't really want to reroll here. I think I'm content to take... The Ballista's kind of interesting, but... Is it early enough to do the Ballistas? It might be. We have a lot of quarries. You know what? Why not? We have a lot of quarries. Oh, that's right. We only... Well, but we can procreate them. We can procreate to get... Yeah, they do a lot of damage, but they're very... Kind of need more troops, it's true. Again, I'm trying to get the stupid elves. I can't seem to find elves. I'm trying to base around getting these units. Again, we're going to get the triple royal council shortly. At least now the tree end's doing a lot of damage. It's damaging for 7 and healing for 7 on each tick. Prophecy's coming up soon too. I don't put as much value in that. Alright, again. Alright, here we go. I'm going to take this like every time. I could increase the range of the area attacks, but this is just... I love this one so much. We already have 3 of them. Doubles every... Here we go. Copy of all your king's cards. Done. I wanted that. Increase the attack of all your units. Well, not really playing through that. That doesn't really do anything. 3 new random plots with forests on each of them. That could be really good because I remember I get the stacking benefit. The 9 free rerolls is pretty good too, but I actually haven't tried this. Let's try it. Okay, not quite. You know what? That's not terrible. This one is terrible. That's useless. This one, you know, I could put a unit here and be double stacking off the forest. That's not, I just have to get a tank unit for that. That's not bad. All right, let's actually get these elves. And upgrade that. All right, we'll use the boar on the boar. Now we finally have to... The boars will give 180% stats to whoever's next to them. So let's get these elves upgraded right away. So now they're tier 3, so they're going to be getting double these stats. I need something else that stacks them, though. I'd love to get a beacon that increases their attack speed, but that seems a little unlikely. All right, well, this forest is fully upgraded. I have a lot of forests right now. We could stack extra health on the ballista. That doesn't seem that great, though. Let's see, we have 45 of these guys. Let's procreate the archers. Trying to play through these guys. Shields go on you. You now give 100 and 200% stats. Poison. Honestly, the archers attack so slowly. They only have fire. I could get a library, I guess. The mycelium, it's already too late for that, honestly. I guess we'll use the I guess we put this on the archers, even though they get fire super slowly. And I don't think I'm going to use this, but might as well. It'll get stacks. All right, let's see how much damage these archers do. Again, they're going to be riding the boars. See how they ride the boars? I mean, they're doing a lot. Okay, they're doing a lot of damage. Look at how much damage this combination is doing. All right, so it took us a while, but yeah, they actually outdamaged the tree this round. Still stacking up that tree though. I'd really like a beacon that increases their attack speed, but I don't know. I could put something on the which tile? Something tile on earthworks it later. I think we're in pretty good shape now though. We seem to be shredding them pretty good with our boar plus archer combo here. I mean, poison on elves helps with their attack speed. Oh, I didn't have to upgrade the elves. I was going to get the free upgrade on this tile, wasn't I? Whoops, I didn't have to do that. Oh well. How does the poison help them with their attack speed? I'm not following how that works out. Oh, they do damage when they don't fire. I hear you. That's true. But yeah, the boars are up to 250 health, so remember they add that to whatever stats the archers have. I guess that does increase their attack speed, so that's not terrible. Well, we seem to have this pretty well in hand now. once again, getting the copy of a copy of every single one of the king's cards seemed to have made a big difference. Okay. 50% chance of duplicating an enchantment. Well, do we have an... Oh, that's right. We're not set up for the... We only have one enchantment, so that's not really going to work. This is not quite what I'm looking for here, but I don't really want to re-roll that badly. We'll just take the static. I'd really like to use this forest, but I don't really have anyone to use it on. I mean, I guess I could put the forest down there. So I'm not, the cards are not like lining up quite as perfectly this time as they did the first time around, but I think we still have this pretty well. Yeah, we have a lot of big AoE range for our abilities here. It's a little bit like more evenly dispersed damage. Like, look, it's not just like one thing killing everything. I mean, I could have taken the trebuchet and tried to upgrade that, but... Or no, I have Ballista, not Trebuchet. I get them confused. So we're up to 24 damage on the ticks now. We can upgrade the Treant 2 more times. It's not as absurd as doing however many thousands of damage. What were we up to, like 60,000 damage in the last game? But it's still pretty good. And those archers are doing a lot. I mean... What do you think I'm going to take? I guess we'll put something here, right? Yeah, we're stacking up. Let's see, we get 8% there and then 4% there, so 12% more damage every year. Like, that does add up over time. And we heal. It's not just the damage, it's also the healing, right? Because, like, we damage for 32, we also heal for 32. I have a Ballista, right? Yeah, we'll take that card. Save our reroll money. Are the Ballistas doing much of anything? No, not really, but... How much are the boars up to? The boar's up to 300... Okay, 300 health. And... There's actually a couple more boars than there are elves. But it seems like we have this under control at this point. Like, you often hit a point where you're like, yeah, I think I'm going to win the run at this point. I mean, I'll just finish upgrading that. Alright. I actually kind of want this now, because the archers are hitting for a lot of damage. I actually think that that's decent here. The forest, the extra forest ended up being a grief. I had literally never taken that before, so I just wanted to see. Alright, so now the tree's completely upgraded. It's level 13. Got the big AoE attack. There are some, oh my god, look at the size of that. There are some of them that do not, like, there are some decks that do not play through their central tower that much, for what it's worth. This is not one of them. I'm gonna reroll. These are some good cards, but they don't fit here. Would it be useful to move? Now, if I had two migrations, I could move the... Maybe I'll hold that. Oh, we have the Rainbow Army coming in. If I have two migrations, I could move the elves here and then move them back again. And end up getting 10% damage in HP. Which would be fun. But for right now, I don't really have a need for this stuff. I mean, to avoid wasting a card, I'll just put that there. I mean, we're getting a lot of health on these ballistas, not that they have a lot of them. Alright, Rainbow Army. Again, the card I most want is the one that gives extra attack speed. But that's in the greed deck, which we're not fighting against. Shrine's an option. This is my favorite one. Gigantify is... Gigantify on the riders would be... we'd give them 800 health, which would be crazy. But I really like the Shrine. Spend 9 gold every year to level up a random plot. So we get like a free level up on something every year. I really like this one. I don't think I've gotten a chance to show it on stream either, so... I think I'd rather have the Nomad. So I'm not getting anything I really want from the King of Spells, so... Let's put the Shrine down. I guess I'll put it back here. Doesn't mean I can't put like a blacksmith down there, but that's okay. So this levels up something randomly. Not leveled up the ballista this round. But I love that. You could have done the big pigs, it's true. That also would have been fun, I'm not going to lie. That probably would have made the most sense from a stats perspective, but I like the shrine. I'm also hoping to get these quarries upgraded as well. I wish I could use the pig, but I can't. I guess we'll do this. This actually helps me. What are we going to get upgraded this time? Oh, we got the quarry up. Oh, no, we got 2. Oh, that's right, because I have overwork. I actually level up 2 buildings every time. I forgot about that. That's partly why the shrine's really good. It levels up 2 buildings each time. Now, leveling up some of these, like the forests, don't do anything. But, like, we still have the quarry to upgrade. I just need to get more buildings that are going to do stuff. I'll roll for another migration. Oh, I didn't get it. I'll take the shield. The shields are good here. Okay. Well, you know, the paladins were good before. I'll take them. And I have exactly enough for one more. Alright. We can do the paladins. No, they're not... I mean, I guess I don't really need them, but... Now, the problem is that closes off the ability to use the migration, unfortunately. But... Did the shrine level itself... Shrine leveled itself up. So we're currently up to 75 damage per tick. It also heals for 75 per tick as well. Quarry, done. Give me more tiles to put quarries on. They're going to keep getting upgraded. It went from tier 1 to tier 3 instantly thanks to the shrine. That's the power of the shrine there. I guess we'll just take. I don't have enough. I don't have a ton of money right now. I'm really looking just for another place to put quarries down. In all honesty. We leveled up that forest in the back, and we leveled up these roots. The roots, I'm not quite sure what they do. By the way, the mycelium is, like, it's not doing as much now. It really carried me through the early game. Oh, and don't be fooled by it says I lose half my army. That's the units mounting. Nice, another quarry. Well, this is certainly a game, a streaming sequence where I did quarry abuse. You don't get King of Stone as your opponent in every game. Alright, there we go. Another quarry upgrading. But, yeah, I mean, the damage just... Now we do this big AoE, we do 145 damage, and heal for 145 every second. Or every few seconds. Just very hard for the enemy to do much at that point. Swords works for me. None of this is that useful. Let's try a different one. This is not going to be helpful. Oh, we could... no, doubles the max HP of all troops. Yes! I mean, I could do this again, but... Alright. They increase stats by 1,000... What is it? 100... Was it 1,000%? For each 1 HP increases rider stats by 1%. So they go up by 1,500%? Are you kidding me? Those elves are going to hit for some... And watch, we're going to increase their base damage here. So now their base damage is 50, so that gets increased by 1,500%. So, the fact that Quarry doesn't need adjacencies makes it really broken. Alright, let's just see how much damage the elves are going to do. Oh my... Oh, it applies to their attack speed, too. I forgot, it applies to their attack speed, too. That's why they're attacking so fast. Oh my goodness, okay. Yep, it applies to their attack speed too. The comments in the chat are great. Okay, so their hits per second, yeah, they only fire 0.2 attacks per second, but that goes up by 1,500%. So, yeah, it do be like that sometimes. I'd love to put another quarry down, but I don't think we have time for that, so I'll just level this one up. Elf Boar Supremacy. Oh, we got the paladins leveled up. I mean, we're now up to 258 damage percent, but I'm content to let the elves handle this. They also apply poison, and there are yeah. They just shred everything. Swords. We're gonna increase their base value again. Oh, there's another quarry. Here's finally the beacon. Beacon would have been fun to have earlier, but it's too late for that now. Oh, I can't buy anything anyway. Doesn't matter. The thing is, the shrine does cost money to upgrade. So like, it costs for every level, it costs 1 less gold. If you have none, it costs 9. If you have all the upgrades, I think it costs 3. But anyway, where's the archer? Yeah, there we go. So now their damage, base damage is 60, and then that gets multiplied by 1,600%. So I don't know how much damage they're doing, but it's a lot. Oh, yeah, apparently we've leveled up everything, so we're out. Now we're up to 300 damage per... Elves on boars, man. Elves on boars. This would be good if we needed it. You know what we can do? Yes! By the way, apparently this thing did 10,000 damage as well. Because we've just quarried the ever-loving daylights out of everything. We've got even more upgrades. We're up to 500 damage now per round. I didn't get to use the migration. That would have been fun, but I didn't really get to. That's okay. Didn't get to use everything. Shields. Another 10% health. 2,000. We're up to 2,100%. Oh my god, we leveled up the quarries even more. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarries. Oh, by the way, the King of Nomads is Godzilla. That's pretty amusing. Well, that was fast. We did 500,000 damage with our Bane Tower there. So there you go. That's King of Nature. With quarry abuse. With lots of quarry abuse. The fun thing about this one was, like, the elves were so delayed in showing up, but they were still freaking strong because I stacked them. I spent the whole early game stacking the boars, and then when the elves showed up, they're like, "Oh, cool! We will take advantage of getting 2,000 extra percent to all of our stats." So, like, how much damage are they doing per shot? All right, so 2,300. That's times like 23. So there's 60 damage per shot times like 23. They're doing like 1,500 damage a shot, and their attack speed is 0.2 times. So they attack about 5 times per second. Yeah, they attack about 5 times per second and do 1,200 damage per shot. So yeah, that's a lot of damage. Of course, this thing was doing 768 damage every tick, and healing for 768 health per tick. I mean, I think the ticks go off like every 2 seconds. I mean, so on average, yeah, they crit about once per second, yeah. And then they do double damage. Then they do 2,000 damage per shot instead of 1,000 or whatever. I mean, this is just silly. We had, 1 fully upgraded, 2 fully upgraded, 3 fully upgraded, 4 fully upgraded, and then 2 of them almost upgraded. So that's 4 times 4 is... Wait, well, how much are they? So each one of these does 8% upgrade. 8, 8, 8, 8. That's 32%. And then another 6%. That's 38. And then another 6%. 44. We increase our damage by 44% every round. I mean, can you imagine if we kept going, how much this would scale up? We're almost increasing the damage of the Treant and the Mycelium by 50. This is up to 1,100 damage per shot. That's crazy, too. We're increasing damage by like 50% every round. You can see how that would, again, just like be absurd. All right, I'm still unlocking stuff because I haven't played. So like I could keep going if I wanted to, but like that, I have not seen that you can keep going on the difficulties, but I've been fine by just stopping on King difficulty. Oh my god, we could have had this too. The Treant's attacks are 10% stronger. We could have had this too. All right, well, that's enough of Nine Kings. I'll try to, as I play more of the decks, I'll try to feature more of them. because they're fun. I still have not played with Stone, Progress, and Nomad very much yet. Oh, and Spells. I've only played with about half the deck so far. So, again, this game is very cheap. It's an indie game. I'd encourage you to check it out. You can get it for not much. Here's the entire design team, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Yeah, this game was made by 6 people, and then they have some special things. But, yeah. What do you mean you haven't played as King of Stone? I was totally playing as King of Stone. Didn't you see all